Today, we're going to be talking about some things that I've learned from having a screen-free day every week for the past couple weeks. What I want to share with you is some things that have really helped me throughout this process of achieving this goal. And then also, I think that they're very applicable to other goals. So I think it would be useful for you to apply these three things to whatever it is that you're doing. So the first one is not being in all or nothing. So I noticed that when I first looked at my calendar, I was like, oh, I can't have a completely screen-free day. Like there's like one call that I've decided I wanted to attend. There's like one thing that I really need to do on my computer or my phone. And so I noticed that my brain would tell me, see, we can't do it. We should just wait till next week or the week after until there's the better time. What I decided to do was not let it be all or nothing. I was like, you know what? It's fine. Especially like the very first one that I did, I had like an hour-long call on the computer. And I was like, that's fine. Because before the call, I'm not going to be on my screens. After the call, I'm not going to be on my screens. And so I was able to really sit there and look at like, okay, it doesn't have to be all or nothing, but I do want to start making this change. The second thing was me actually comforting my brain. So my brain would have all of these things that would come up that it was afraid of. And so what I actually did was look at, okay, what are you afraid of? And how can I solve for that ahead of time? And so one of those things was like someone might have an emergency. So I went through, I was like, okay, who might need to contact me? It was like one person. So I sent them my partner's phone number. I was like, hey, if you need to get out with me, here's the number you can call because he can just come find me wherever I am in the house and he can let me know and then it will all be good. Another thing that I also like to look at is like, what is my brain going to potentially tell me as a reason that I shouldn't do this? Like it would tell me someone would need me. There's probably an emergency. Something's happening. It would tell me we need to get these things done or things are going to get behind or we have other things that we need to do. So I would look at planning like, okay, let me plan for this. Let me plan when I'm going to do this thing on a different day so that I know that my schedule's clear and everything I need to do is planned for a different time. And then the last thing is not judging my failures. So not this last one, but the week before was total fail. And so what I decided to do is instead of judging myself about how well I should just like not do this anymore and this is just not working and maybe I should just give this whole thing up. I'm like, okay, this is fine. It's okay because I know the value isn't in doing it perfectly. The value is in doing it. And so what that means is if I don't do it every single week, every week, it's fine because if I did it 20 weeks, I would still get the value from each time that I did it. And so because I know that, I was able to look at, okay, what do I want to learn from this? How can I learn from this? What would that look like? So for me, one thing I noticed is the other times when I was really successful, I put my phone in my office and then I went to bed. So in the morning, I didn't have the habit of just picking it up. So on the day that didn't go so well, that's what had happened is I didn't put my phone in my office. So I just started being on my phone. And I was like, oh, now I've already started doing that. And there were a couple other things that came up too. But I would like to look at, well, if I'm not going to judge myself, then I have this opportunity to really learn from what I'm doing. So just to recap, the three things that you can implement to any goal is one, not making it all or nothing. Two, comforting your brain, figuring out what it's afraid of. How can you plan for it ahead of time? How can you talk to it in a way to reassure it that it's okay? And then number three is to not judge your failures so that you can actually learn from them. Did you know that you can get access to the Why You Aren't Taking Action video right now for free? Just go to successbykayla.com to get instant access to this video where I'll explain to you why you aren't taking action, how to actually solve for this so that you can actually move forward and take more action toward your goals. Go to successbykayla.com to get instant access now.